I am about to go very, very deep down the rabbit hole of audio that works while I'm portable, while I'm out and about, while I'm walking around in my space, not tethered to a singular pointed shotgun microphone. This is gonna get funky, but before I go down the rabbit hole, we just have a bare, raw audio test here of a few different lav options. And we'll see if one sounds better, if there's a notable, appreciable quality difference among them. Actually, it helps if I point one of the microphones the right way. So actually, we're starting now. That one hasn't been included yet, so that one will be included now. That's part of the problem, though. I'm not going to talk about what we're doing or what the examples are until I've heard these samples. So I'm going to go listen to them now. All right, well, let me explain what the hell I'm on about. Handheld no, we're gonna start over. I'm not ready yet. Bippity boppity boop. Shoopity shoppity shoop. I'm realizing I started recording, it did not have everything ready, so I am scrambling to get everything ready. You know, I do my best to seem like a professional, like I know what I'm doing in these videos. Hello? There we go. Most of the time, I'm just scrambling to get stuff done, and we'll see. All right, allow me to explain what the hell I'm going on about for the second time. For the longest time, I have been shooting most of my talking head videos like you'd see here with a big camera on a tripod or me sitting down or whatever with a shotgun microphone, a very expensive Sennheiser MKH-416. It's like $1,000 microphone, but it sounds incredible. I have always been, for my entire career, particularly picky about how my voice sounds in my videos, in my work, in my voiceover. I want to sound like me. And so many microphones going back to the beginning of my career don't sound like me. And for a while, this was kind of a benefit in that I had a broken blue snowball. Actually, I had some broken like webcam mic, Logitech mic kind of thing that had a really low thing, and so my voice came across way extra bassy than it actually was, especially because my voice did actually get a lot deeper back then. And I was really confused by that, but I got really obsessed with making sure that I sounded like I do. I had a lot of people calling me the golden voice of YouTube back in the day and whatever, because I was like, hey everybody, I'm Demolisher here, and today we're but
what's going on, guys? It's me, VicStar123, and I have an awesome guest with me today, and wait for this, let's let him introduce himself.
Chocolate Rain.
Oh my god. Demolisher is a just awesome YouTuber guy with the most epic voice ever, would you not agree? It's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Combine that with the extra bassy broken microphone. I got super focused on sounding my best, and I landed on, at least for these on-camera where you don't want the microphone to be visible scenarios, the Sennheiser MKH-416. Brilliant microphone. The problem is, if I want to do something like this, the Sennheiser microphone stops being super usable for this particular use case. It is designed for a kind of static speaker or someone following you around, and while it is a long shotgun microphone optimized for some longer distances, it's actually not built for kind of closed inside spaces like this, but I've at least sound treated my space enough to be viable. Not great. It's also a whole honkin' extra arm I gotta attach to my camera and stuff, so I started experimenting with this microphone. This is the OKTAVA MK-012 to mount on my camera. An issue I run into that is it's not exactly pointed at my mouth. I'll get a second camera angle here, but it's actually pointed like at my forehead. Whereas the Sennheiser I can get exactly in this range, which is where my voice lives. This one just picks up some weird stuff sometimes. But again, none of that allows me to be portable, and I'm putting cameras all over my space in my studio here, as I have forever, and I keep not using these setups because if I just want to turn everything on and record and start making videos, getting any sort of usable audio in this space has been kind of frustrating. I've tried setting up scenarios where I'm switching between shotgun microphones and my big beefy ElectroVoice RE20 at the desk. But then it's just a lot to keep track of, a lot to keep mixing, and I get really frustrated that nothing works as it's supposed to. So I've been on a lav mic quest. A quest to find a small portable, these are called lapel mics or lavalier mics, a small portable microphone that would allow me to just wear it, not worry about this. And there are a lot of different options. I have tried the Deity Interview Connect Kit, which is a couple microphones. It was my favorite kit for a very long time. Deity actually, I'm pretty sure they sent it out. I ended up buying a bunch of extra as I was trying to integrate it into my set. I think I even made a video. Maybe I didn't make the video. I invested a lot in additional parts for it, trying to integrate it into my mixer workflow and have it automatically switch as I got up. It was this whole thing. And then I wound up getting, for CES, I think I had the Rode Wireless Go. I've since parted ways with that. In this bag, nope, this is not the right bag. In this pouch, I have the Rode Wireless Go 2 set. I think Rode sent this out. This is the Rode Wireless Pro kit that I'm also wearing right here. It's facing upside down again. That I'm pretty sure I bought. Rode may have sent it out. I don't remember at this point. And then this right here is the Sennheiser Profile wireless microphone kit that comes shipped in a little handle. So you could do like interview style here. But then inside it still has 2 wireless microphones and the receiver. This one and the Rode Wireless Pro have 32-bit float recording, which means basically nothing I do is going to clip the microphone. This one is just the little badges. There's obviously the DJI mic kit that everyone uses as well. I think that one sounds garbage in videos. In fact, there was a video from Jeff Geerling where he's showcasing older cameras, talking about a DV Firewire project that I'm hopefully prototype testing soon for capturing old handycams to a Raspberry Pi kind of setup or a portable recorder. I think he has the DJI mic, and then he switches between the camcorder Handycam mic from the early 2000s and his DJI mic. And other than the on-camera noise, the Handycam microphone sounds leagues better. I just don't like how most of these sound. The Rode Wireless Pro Kit even comes with these lavalier microphones, these couple little lavalier 2s that I can clip on here. I don't think they sound very good. I don't think the badges sound very good. They're clunky, they move around a whole lot. I don't think it is a good solution. You have to charge all of these. The Pro Kit comes with this little charge case, which allows you to charge them all at once, which is lovely, and then you can connect it to your computer, and after some firmware updates, you can easily transfer the files off to your computer. And again, these two at least support 32-bit float recording, which means clipping is not a concern, not a big deal. But the problem that I come back to over and over is that the badge system sucks. These come with lavs, which is great. The problem being, you can't keep the lavs on them while you put them in the case. It just doesn't work. So then that's a whole extra step that I have to figure out when I'm putting it away and charging it and transferring files, and it's just super annoying. And at the end of the day, the quality does not sound great. It's muddy, it's a little crunchy, it just sounds like I have something stuffed up my nose, which with someone with major sinusitis, that's already a big enough problem for me as is. And I wanted a solution. I wanted something that sounded more like my shotgun microphone. 2 years ago, I already went down this rabbit hole, and I bought, here is like, for example, one of my spare Deity wireless packs. I bought a couple cheap lav microphones, and then I bought the one that you're hearing right now, which is the Sennheiser MKE-2. But I made a fatal flaw in this choice, in that I bought the XLR version. I bought it on eBay. It's like a $400 microphone. I found one for like $225. I thought I had a great deal, but it was XLR. Now, I did some research. I tried to figure out what would support it. Figuring out the output voltage specifications of these, especially these creator focus lav kits, is a nightmare. I love the Rode Wireless Go for what it is, the convenience factor, blah, blah, blah. But even on the product page, when you look at the specs, it does not give you any sort of output voltage. And even when I go with a professional 3.5mm lav microphone, they say they need X voltage of output power from the 3.5mm port, and the Rode product pages do not give any specs for that. So I have to assume they don't work. Regardless, neither the Deity, the Rode, the Sennheiser, none of them would work with the Sennheiser MKE-2 over XLR, even with a 3.5mm adapter. They just can't provide the 48 volts of phantom power. Understandable for a 3.5mm connection. This became a problem. I spent $225 on a lav mic and couldn't use it. So I just kind of gave up on lav mics for a while. I went back to my stand-up shotgun microphone setup and remained static in my studio, and I like the shots. I really love what I do with my camera these days. But I want to be able to move around again. I love this kind of setup. I love all the cameras I have throughout my studio. I want the flexibility of being able to move around. At some point along the way, I also picked up a Zoom F2, another little portable 32-bit float audio recorder. It did not work. I was stuck with a dilemma of whether I wanted to buy another professional lav mic that was 3.5 mil that might work with these kits, but also might not, which would be about $300 to $400, probably a Countryman B2 or B6, or use the Sennheiser one I have now and buy yet another lav system or audio recorder that would work with it. More redundant gear. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Just more redundant gear to recreate the same setup. Well, after some digging, I originally was asking on the forums and things like that. After some digging, I come to realize, based on feedback from people, it is very hard to find any feedback on professional theater and broadcast grade lav microphones other than like the durability of them. I kept eventually seeing references to the MKE2 actually sounding better. So I wound up and sprung for this bad boy. This right here is the Tascam FR-AV2. This is a 32-bit float dual XLR or 1/4 inch combo jack audio recorder. It supports timecode in and out, has a headphone jack, USB connectivity, micro SD card recording, and is just powered by three AA batteries. It provides 48 volt phantom power to a lav mic, and we have been off to the races. I am not going to use most of the features of this thing. I am purely recording through XLR from the microphone with phantom power to 32-bit float, 192 kilohertz crazy audio, and I am stuffing this in my pocket because that's just what I want. This is more meant to be a kind of on-camera mounted recorder, and I have the flexibility to record it for that, or to use it for that rather, if I need to. But my camera situation right here, my Canon C50 and the C80 I have over there, and I can get one for my R5C, it has a handle with an audio recorder built in. And while it doesn't record to 32-bit float, it has limiters, and it's good enough quality of a DAC that it's fine for the shotgun mic. This would also be great if I had a lav system that I trusted, wireless-wise or whatever, to connect here, but I don't. None of my wireless systems, because they're all creator-focused, are really suited for the task, for the tier of audio. Realizing there's a light I haven't even turned on. Hate it when that happens. For the tier of audio that I want to record. But the question comes back to the demo that I had at the beginning to wrap this video up. Is it worth the money that's invested? I don't exactly know the prices of these Rode kits right now. I'm pulling it up. Looking up the Rode Wireless Pro, the more expensive of the Rode kits that I have, you are looking at, you're looking at about $250 total investment for the whole kit, which gets you 2 of these containers, one containing the charge dock, 2 microphones, receiver, and then a whole separate container with windscreens, USB cables, 2 lav mics with it, adapters, and so on. The Rode Wireless Go 2 is going to be a little cheaper. I don't know how much the DJI kit is offhand. The Deity Connect Kit is about $400. The setup you're listening to right now is I paid $225 microphone, $300, $400-ish microphone, and then another $400 for the audio recorder. That is a significant investment. This specific audio chain right here is about $600 to $700 worth of audio gear versus this like $250 mic kit. Is the difference worth it? To most people, probably not. As I was processing my audio samples, because I did the raw and then I did the process, I'm able to EQ away some of the muddiness of the Rode kit and get it sounding decent. I still don't think it sounds great, and I still think, especially the raw sound, which I then need to touch less, out of the Sennheiser mic is significantly better. It is to my standard, and having already spent the money now, I'm happily going to use it. But it's hard for me to recommend anyone watching unless they're in a similar boat where this tier of gear is not a turnoff, where audio sound is of that importance. It is hard to justify spending that much money on it. I think I've reached the final timeout point of this OBSBot camera tracking me when the app hasn't been open. So a couple hours, pretty impressive. I can appreciate the value of these Rode kits for... This one just keeps falling, so the samples from this will not be super useful. I hate the badges. I hate wearing the badges. I hate seeing them in videos. I think it looks tacky. It shoves brand labels in your video where they should not be. Obviously, I've not done a good job of hiding my microphone cable here because I'm just doing some tests, but like, I think this is tacky. I think it's clunky. I don't think it's a good solution, but it's hard to argue the value and the convenience factor for creators just trying to do something quickly and on a budget. So I don't know what the conclusion here is. My new setup is the Sennheiser MKE2 XLR version. It's like the 2KP, I think, hooked up to the Tascam FR-AV2. Yeah, but portable audio is frustrating. I've had this shotgun microphone for like 6 years. It's been glorious the whole time. It's so much easier when you're static. But a lot of my videos now, I think, are going to be recorded on this, unless there are major objections.